Well, hi again, everyone. This is Tim from Cleveland Baseball Fan 879, and this is game number 23 of the 1972 Roberto Clemente Race to 3000 Stratomatic Super Advanced Replay. Today, the Pirates will be hosting the St. Louis Cardinals, who are making their first appearance in this little project. If you don't want to know what Clemente needs for the rest of the season, please, the rest of his games, just fast forward a little bit. 77 more games remaining, needs 86 hits and 325 plate appearances. All right, since this is the first time for the Cardinals being on the channel, first let me get the pitching matchup. It is Bob Gibson against Doc Ellis. And the batting order for the Cardinals, leading off and playing left field, is Lou Brock. Batting second, playing shortstop, is Ed Crosby. Batting third and playing first base is Matty Alou. Cleaning up and playing third base is Joe Torre. Batting fifth and catching is Ted Simmons. Batting sixth and playing right field is Joe Haig. Batting seventh and playing center field is Jose Cruz Sr. I have to put the senior in there. Batting eighth and playing second base is Dal Maxville. And batting ninth and pitching is Bob Gibson. And defensively behind Doc Ellis, we have Manny Sanguillen behind the plate, Willie Stargell at first base, Dave Cash at second base, Richie Hebner at third, and Jackie Hernandez at shortstop. Vic Davalillo will be in left field with Stargell playing first base, Al Oliver in center field, and Roberto Clemente in right. All right, and here we go. Here's the Lou Brock to face Doc Ellis. And against the lefty, swung on and missed, struck him out. And here's Ed Crosby. And that will not be a strikeout. That's a 1-3 triple chance. And that's a 6, so that will be a 1-out single for Crosby. And they will hold him on, because it even puts him at a 13 if we don't hold him on. No, they will not hold him on. They will, because he's not automatic and he has to get a 5, and if it's not, it's a 13. So, not holding on the runner at first. Nothing on the 10 for the Havoc roll. Here's Matty Alou. Wow, another, oh boy, and there it is again. And back-to-back singles. This time Crosby moves to third. Runners on the corners with 1 out. And it's the first inning. They'll play the infield back. Here's Joe Torre. Nothing on the 9. And that's a line drive right to the first baseman, Stargell. He squeezes it 2 away for Ted Simmons. Nothing on the 10. And against a lefty, that's a fly ball to center field. Going back on it is Oliver. He will make the catch. That will retire the side. The Cardinals threaten but do not score. And after a half inning, it's the Cardinals nothing and the Pirates coming to bat. Batting order for the Pirates as Gibson finishes his warm-up pitches. Cash, Davalillo, and Clemente, followed by Stargell, Oliver, and Hebner, and Sanguillen, Hernandez, and Ellis. Okay, and here's Dave Cash facing Bob Gibson. And that's just a bit outside ball 4. And Gibson's a +1. Simmons is a -1, so even. Now they will hold him on, but Cash will try to get a jump. No, I didn't do it for Haig at 1-13. I don't think I'll do it for Cash 1-13. All right, maybe not. Okay, first inning we'll kind of let it slide. Holding him on, though. Here's Davalillo. Nothing on the 6. 5 and an 8. Second base chance. That is Dal Maxfield, the only one that's not a 3 or a 4. He's a 2. And Gibson's actually one fielder as well. All right, here's Maxville. And that could be a double play ball. That's to avoid the error on an E32. And a 9. There is no 9, so nice play by Maxville over to Crosby on to Alou, double play. And there are 2 away. Here's Roberto Clemente getting a start today. Spoiler alert, he has gone hitless in his last 3 games. Although you'll see what the caveat is for the 3rd game. And that's a fly ball to right field. And there is Joe Haig, and that will retire the side. So nothing doing for the Pirates here in the bottom of the 1st. We go to the 2nd. No score. And oops, I forgot to do my ballpark effects. We'll do that now after the 1st inning, so we didn't have one. All right, this is a night game in Pittsburgh in the month of May. So 1 to 4 good, 5 to 13 average, and 14 to 20 is bad. And we have good weather tonight in Pittsburgh. So 1 to 13 lefty righty for ballpark singles. 1 to 7 for lefty for home runs, and 1 to 3 for righties. Okay. Now we got that out of the way. And here is Joe Haig. And that's swung on and missed, struck him out. Second strikeout for Ellis. Here's Jose Cruz Sr. And that is a ground ball to second. Cash retires Cruz, 2 away. And here's Dal Maxville. And that's a ground ball to the shortstop, Jackie Hernandez. And that won't get the job done on a 4. Nope. E64 for Hernandez. And an 8. 6, 9, 12, 15, and 18. No 8, so that will get by. And that's a 2-out single for Maxville. There's Bob Gibson using pitcher hitting card number 6, normal power, so you do have to look out for that. Have a Grohl. Nothing on the 4. And here is Gibson. 2 and a 2 struck him out, and that will retire the side. We go to the bottom of the 2nd. No score. And due up for the Pirates here in the bottom of the 2nd. Stargell, Oliver, and Hebner. And here's Willie Stargell. And that's a second base chance again for Maxville. 2 and a 4. He will get to it. There's nobody on base, so the pound sign means nothing. And an E32. And a 12. 11, 15, but no 12. So Maxville will retire Stargell. 1 away. Here's Al Oliver. Three and an 8. Fly ball left field. There is Lou Brock. Puts it away with 2 down. And Richie Hebner. Two and a 9. 1 to 5 triple chance. That's an 8, and he's in with a 2-out double. And here's Manny Sanguin, gets a couple of clutch hits, 3 clutch hits actually. Havoc roll. Nothing on the 5. And here's Sanguin. 3 and a 10, and this will get the job done. 1 to 10's a double. And back-to-back doubles, and the Pirates take a 1-0 lead. And here's Jackie Hernandez. Nothing on the 18. Triple ones, and that's a ground ball to third. Torrey throws out Hernandez, and that will retire the side. But the Pirates get on the board on the back-to-back doubles and lead 1-0 going to the top of the third. Top of the order for the Cardinals here in the third, Brock, Crosby, and Alou. And here's Lou Brock. And against a lefty, that's a fly ball to left field. Caught by Davalillo. 1 away. And here is Ed Crosby. Singled his first time up. And that's a bouncer to second. Cash retires Crosby, 2 down. Here's Matty Alou. Oops, redo that one. And that's a base hit. So Alou is 2 for 2 with 2 singles. And he will definitely try to get a jump here. So Ellis +2, Sanguin -2, and -2 for being held on. If he rolls a 7, he gets a 1 to 15 chance. And he gets a 6. So they will hold Alou on. Here's Joe Torre. Nothing on the 3. And wow, that 5-9 roll's been the killer for Ellis. And that's a single, but moving to third is Alou. So runners on the corners with 2 down for Ted Simmons. He gains a hit actually in the clutch. Nothing on the 8. Here's the pitch to Simmons. And that's a lefty, so that's a fly ball to left field. Going back on it is Davalillo. He has room and will put it away. And that retires the side. So once again, the Cardinals strain 2. And trail 1-0 going to the bottom of the third. And Gibson will face Ellis, Cash, and Davalillo. All right, and here is Doc Ellis using pitcher hitting card number 2. Switch hitter, batting left-handed. and a 6. And that is a tapper to second. And Maxwell retires Ellis one away for Dave Cash. Two and a 6. It's a fly ball to center. And Cruz puts it away. 2 down for Davalillo. And that's a ground ball to shortstop Crosby, who retires Davalillo, and that's a 1-2-3 inning. We go to the 4th, 1-0 Pirates. Haig, Cruz, and Maxwell do up for the Cardinals here in the 4th. Here is Joe Haig. And that's a fly ball to right field. Back is Clemente. Makes the catch one away. And here is Jose Cruz. Five against anybody. Struck him out. 4th strikeout for Ellis. 2 outs, and here's Dal Maxwell. Singled his last time up. And that's a tapper to short, and Hernandez retires Maxwell, and that will retire the side. Excuse me. Going to the bottom of the 4th, Pirates lead 1-0. And Gibson will face Clemente, Sturgill, and Oliver. Here is Clemente. Six and a 7. Struck him out. So Gibson giving Clemente fits today. 1 away, and here is Willie Sturgill. One and a 5, and that's a 55% double chance. And he gets it, so 1 out double for Willie Sturgill. And here's Al Oliver. Nothing on the Havoc roll. And that is a fly ball to center field. There is Cruz 2 away. Here's Richie Hebner. Nothing on the 6. And that's a ballpark blast. 1-7. And that's an 11, so that's a fly ball to right field. And the crowd oohs and ahs. They just missed it. Go to the top of the 5th. Still 1-0 Pirates. And Gibson, Brock, and Crosby do up for the Cardinals here in the 5th. Okay, and here is Gibson using a pitcher rating card number 6. 5 and a 12. Third base chance for Hebner. He's a 3. 3 and an 8 will be fine. Hebner is an E12. And a 12. 12. There is a 12. So Hebner throws it in the dirt, and Stargell could not handle it, so Gibson reaches on an error. Not holding him on. Here's Lou Brock. Nothing on the 20. Six and a 4. Either one's a shortstop chance. Hernandez is a 4. Not holding anybody on, so he keeps the 4 rating. 4 and a 7. I don't think that's good. No, it is. Just barely. So he's not holding him on, and he's not positioned in. So Hernandez charges bare hands. And 13 on an E64. 12 would have got him, but 13 does not. So Hernandez charges, throws, and gets Brock. Moving to second is Gibson, 1 away. And Brock is 0 for 3. Here's Ed Crosby, 1 for 2 with a single. Nothing on the 10. And swung on and missed, struck him out. Number 5 for Ellis. And that brings up Matty Alou, 2 for 2 with 2 singles. Nothing on the 12. Four and a 7. 50-50 single chance. And that will fall in, and Alou is 3 for 3, but only going to third is Gibson. And now due up is Joe Torre, singled his last time up. Okay, and here is Torre. Nothing on the 13. Oh, that's a good column for Torre. Can he get the right result? Yes, he can. 1 to 4 home run or 5 to 20, it's a double. It's a double for Torre. Scoring is Gibson to tie the game. Lou runs at a 14, was not being held on. Makes him a 15. With 2 outs, makes him a 17. That's going to center field. Oliver has 0 arm. So, rounding third. With 2 outs, they'll throw home. I'm not going to play demos as role. I'll play the actual role. 1 to 17, and he is safe. And he is safe at home. Torre goes to third on the throw. And the Cardinals take a 2-1 lead. So 2-run double for Joe Torre. Brings up Ted Simmons, runner on third with 2 outs. Nothing on the 6. Five and a 7. Against the lefty bouncer to second, Cash retires Simmons, and that will retire the side, but not until the Cardinals get 2 on the 2-out double by Torre and lead 2-1 going to the bottom of the 5th. Sanguillen, Hernandez, and Ellis do up here in the bottom of the 5th. And here's Sanguillen. Double RBI double his last time up. Double on a 1. Not on a 13. So it's a fly ball to center field. And Sanguin is retired 1 away. Here's Jackie Hernandez. And that's to the left fielder, Brock. He is a 4. And a 2, and that could be extra bases, and it is. Brock is an E14. E14 and a 12. Oh boy. All right. So the 4 and the 2 is a double 3 stars. Brock is an E14. And a 12 came up. There's 12 under the 2-base error category. So a double 3 stars and a 2-base error. Double and an error. All runners score. So Brock misplays it and then throws it into second, airmails everything. Actually, we'll say he bobbles it. So I guess you can almost call it double error, but we'll just play it this way. It gets over his head, he bobbles it, allows Hernandez gets to third, and then throwing into third, he throws it in the dugout, and he scores. So your kind of Little League home run ties the game at 2. Stadium cheers. Yay. And here is Doc Ellis. No havoc roll, nobody on base. 6 and a 7. And Ellis bats, he's a switchy, so that he's a left-hander. That's popped up to the second baseman, Maxville, 2 away. I believe Maxville just retired from the Cardinals radio booth last year or 2. So that's what he did. Here's Dave Cash. He might have been in the radio booth and retired long ago. I could be wrong. All right, here's Dave Cash. Walked and flied out in 2 appearances. That was Randy Shannon that they just retired. 4 and a 7. Once again, double to 1. And then not on the 9. So fly ball to center field. That retires the side. Unearned run ties the game at 2. And Ellis will face Haig, Cruz, and Maxville here in the top of the 6th. That's a good column for Haig. Double to 9. Fly out the rest. Flies out to right. Clemente tracks it down. 1 away. Put a good ride on it, but Clemente tracked it down. Retire Haig. Here's Jose Cruz. 1 and an 11. Bouncer to first. Stargell throws to Ellis covering. 2 away. And here's Dal Maxville. And it's a bouncer to short. Hernandez retires his sometimes shortstop counterpart. And that retires the side. Going to the bottom of the 6th, tied at 2. Davalillo, Clemente, and Stargell do up for the Pirates here in the bottom of the 6th. Davalillo 0 for 2, grounded into a double play, and then grounded to short. And here's Davalillo. Struck him out. Only the second strikeout for Gibson today. He had 208, which is actually pretty high in the 70s. Actually, it's pretty high today. And here's Clemente, 0 for 2, fly out and strikeout. Another 5 column, that's not going to be good. And, well, first base chance. That is to Alou. He is a 4. And a 10, I believe he will get to that. Yes, he will. And Alou is an E18. And a 12. And he bobbles it, throws, and Gibson cannot handle it. We'll call that an error on the first baseman, Alou. 18 and a 12. This team is not very good defensively. Or they're below average, I guess we'll say. Yeah. E18, there is a 12. And so Clemente reaches on an error, still has not gotten a hit. Here's Willie Stargell. He has gotten a hit today, and he doubled his last at bat. Not holding on Clemente. And that's ripped into center field, base hit. So Stargell singles, Clemente goes to third. Runners on the corners with 2 outs for Al Oliver as the Pirates look to take the lead. Nothing on the 4. Here's Al Oliver. Four and a 6. And they will. Just how much? 1 to 5 is a triple chance. That's a single. Scoring from third is Clemente. Going to third is Stargell. And the Pirates take a 3-2 lead. Do you want to play the infield in here in the 6th? I think you do. So with 1 out, they will play the infield in. Yeah. We'll play the infield in. Here's Hebner. Nothing on the 8. Four and a 10 against the lefty. Ballpark single. 1 to 13. And it's right on the dot. So another hit, another run scores. And Oliver will hold it second. 4-2. Here's Manny Sanguian, and Gibson, if he gives up another run here, we may have to pull him. Maybe not. All right. Here's Sanguian, 1 to 8 wild pitch. And that's a 6, so Gibson is wild. And we will for sure bring the infield in now. Second and third for Sanguian. Nothing on the 6. Three and a 6. We're not in a clutch situation. There's only 1 out. So that's a fly ball to center field. That is caught. On third is Oliver. He's a 14. Plus 2 is a 16. And Cruz is a -1. So we will throw through. But we will not send the trail runner, which is Hebner. No, we will keep him. So 1 to 14, 1 to 16, 1 to 15, and the Pirates get a third run in this inning. And he is out at the plate. 8-2. Good throw by Cruz. And Simmons puts the tag on Oliver, and that will retire the side. So keep that one in mind if the Cardinals make a comeback. Pirates get 2. Could have been a lot more. 4-2. Pirates lead. So we go to the top of the 7th. Gibson, Brock, and Crosby due up for the Pirates. This is Ellis's point of weakness, and he is due up second in the bottom of the 7th. So we'll keep an eye on him. And here's the pitch to Gibson. 5 and a 6 against a righty. Fly ball to left field. And that will retire Gibson as Davalillo makes the catch, 1 away. Here's Lou Brock, 0 for 3. Key to stopping this Cardinals team is keeping Brock off the base pass. 6 and a 5. Shortstop again for Hernandez. 19, he will make the play. And a 9, I think that's good enough. No, it is not. 6, 9, and 12 are errors, so E6 for Jackie Hernandez. And Brock will be looking to get a jump, 2 to 5 or 11 and 12. And he'll be taking off. And that's a 4, nothing on the 8. So 1 to 17, Brock will steal second base. And that's a 2, so he steals it. Sanguian is 1 to 13 error rating. And Sanguian throws it into center field. And just like that, the Cardinals have a runner in scoring position. The Pirates will play the infield back. They'll give up a run for an out. Nothing on the 3. Here's Ed Crosby. 1 and a 7. Fly ball to center field. And be 1 to 19 for Brock to score. They will send him. And he is safe. So Lou Brock manufacturing a run here. Stole second, got the third on the air, and scores on the sac fly. 4 to 3 is your score, but there are 2 outs and the bases are empty for Matty Alou, who's only gone 3 for 3 today. And another Jackie Hernandez chance. And we'll say that's a 17, so we'll make the play, make it on a 7 and also believe. Yes, he would. Okay. Now I got to avoid that E64 again. And another 9, he does not. So second error in the inning for Jackie Hernandez. Here's, we have to hold on Matty Alou. He will try to get a jump. Not on the 8. Needed a 7. We will hold him on. Havoc roll for Joe Torre, who doubled his last time up. He's 2 for 3. And we'll have to make that one go all the way through. Nothing on the 10. Three and a 12. Line drive to third, and that is caught by Hebner, and that's the only out that we can get. Unearned run for the Cardinals. It is now 4-3. Stretch time here in Pittsburgh. Take me out to the ball game. Take me out with the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jack. I don't care if I never get back, for it's root for your favorite team. If they don't win, it's a shame. For it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game. After that wonderful fielding display, Jose Pagan will pinch hit for, actually no. All right. Actually, we'll just have Gene Alley hit for Hernandez. Yes, this didn't happen in the real game, but hey, I'm managing. All right, and here's Gene Alley pinch hitting for Jackie Hernandez. We'll redo that one again. Six and a 6, fly ball to right field. And they will also pinch hit for, let's see, giving up 3 runs, faced 31 batters. Wow. All right. We're going to let the dice decide. 1-3, we pinch hit. 4-6, he stays in. Now we'll let him hit. And struck him out. 2 away for Dave Cash. And that's a double to 1s. Feel like I've had this result a few times. That's a 7, so that will be a fly ball to center field. 1, 2, 3 inning for Gibson in the 7th. We go to the 8th. Technically, Ellis does not have anything against this point of weakness. The 2 batters that reached were on error, so that does not count against fatigue. But they will have a very short bullpen, or a very short leash, maybe a very short bullpen. Let's see here. We have Ramon Hernandez and Bruce Keeson loosening in the bullpen. All right, here's Ted Simmons, 0 for 3 on the day. And that's a 1-6 bouncer to first, and Stargell takes it to the bag himself, 1 away. Here is Joe Haig. 5 and a 9. And against the lefty, that's a 1-3 triple chance. And that's a 1-out single for Haig. And let's see. So you have Cruz, Maxville, and potentially a pinch hitter spot. So we will go to the lefty, Ramon Hernandez. Here with 1 out in the 8th inning. And he will face Jose Cruz. Havoc roll. Nothing on the 11. Five and a 6. Struck him out. 2 away for Dal Maxville. Singled his first time up, but then 2 ground outs to short. Nothing on the 17. And here's Maxville. 2 and a 6 against the lefty. Fly ball to center field. Oliver backs up, and that will retire the side. All right. Gibson will face Davalillo, Clemente, and Stargell. Here's Davalillo. 0 for 3 with a strikeout. And that's a 1-9. And Davalillo strikes out again. 1 away. Here's Roberto Clemente. 0 for 3, reached on an error. Getting him off the pitcher card. 4-11, struck him out. So once again, looks like Clemente will go hitless. Here's Stargell. He has not gone hitless. Single and a double in 3 attempts. 6 and a 7. And Stargell pops one up the chute, and the second baseman, Maxville, calls for it. Makes the catch, and we go to the 9th. Hernandez will stay in the game. And we will pinch hit for Gibson, because we don't know if he can come out. So, by the way, fun fact I saw the other day: Hank Aaron was only pinch hit for 6 times in his career. All right, Don Clendenin will come out and hit for Gibson. All right, Hernandez got the last 2 outs in the 8th. He will start the 9th here. Here's Clendenin. 5 and a 5. Fly ball to right field. And that will retire Clendenin. Here's Lou Brock. Reached on there his last time up. 2 and a 7, and he will reach this time. And they will, -2, -4, -6. They'll hold him on, but he will not go anywhere. And here's Ed Crosby. Nothing on the 13. Six and a 9 lefty, shortstop chance. Here's Gene Alley. Alley is a 3E25. 3 and a 16. That'd be good enough for... It will if he can stay out of the error range. And we have a rare play. Okay, so G1 rare play. There's a runner on first. The batter hits a ground ball, starts the double play. Runner on first breaks up double play. But it's determined that he runs into him and causes interference. Double play. So I guess we'll just call this the 6 unassisted. And Crosby, on a controversial play, they say Brock interfered, and that's your ball game. So final score from Three Rivers Stadium. Pirates win this one 4-3. I'll be right back with the details. All right, 4 runs, 7 hits, 2 errors for the Pirates. 3 runs, 9 hits, no errors for the Cardinals. Your winning pitcher is Doc Ellis, and then Hernandez gets the save. Gibson gets the loss. He goes the distance in 8. Clemente 0 for 4. So, fortunately, his hitless streak continues. All right, everybody, thank you for watching. Please leave a like for the video. Helps the video to be seen. If you've like to leave any comments, please do so. And if you've not already subscribed, please hit the subscribe button, hit the bell icon. You'll be notified of any new videos. And whatever game you are playing, please enjoy it to your fullest. Have a good day, everybody.